Hello, it's Catherine Kazishin of Yoga for Scoliosis with Kat. And today we're having a short anatomy primer. So, looking at the different parts of the spine. Here I have the model. Here's the neck, 7 vertebrae. Then the rib cage, upper back, 12 vertebrae. Then there's the lower back, 5 vertebrae. That's in the waist, no more ribs, just flesh, and then the spinal cord in the spine. Then there's the sacrum, which here is shown as one solid mass with the hip bones, with the pelvis. Sacrum has 7 components, and the tailbone's at the bottom. Now the sacrum here in the model is shown as a solid mass with the pelvic bones, but in actuality the sacrum is separate and what's what we call a floating bone. It's attached by ligaments and muscles to the pelvis and the rest of the spine. So my one teacher has this saying that the sacrum has an identity crisis. It doesn't know if it's part of the pelvis or part of the spine, because it's the bottom extension part of the spine, but it lives in the house of the pelvis. So I'm showing this because I want you to understand that there's often some confusion around sources of pain and movements that are causing pain across different areas of the body, and then how to figure out, well, where is it coming from and how do I address it? So a lot of times people say, oh, my back is hurting or my low back is hurting, and then they point down here to their sacrum and the sides of their pelvis. And so that is a slightly different, or calls for a slightly different approach or some different questions and different exploration than if the pain is mostly up here, or discomfort or tightness. The experience is up here. So that's why we've got this little primer here. And the best thing is for you to feel that for yourself. So if you are sitting, you can do it sitting. If you're standing, you can do it standing. I like to do it kneeling because I have great alignment when I'm kneeling, as opposed to sitting cross-legged. You'll feel it better. So if you bring your hands down to the back of your pelvis, say below your pant line, or where your belt would be, and you feel your bony protrusions on the side and the back, those are your hip bones. And then track your fingers in towards each other. You'll feel some soft spots, maybe some tender spots, and some little knobs sticking out. That's the top of your sacrum, that floating bone that curves downward. So that is the sacrum housed in the pelvis. Then if you bring your hands up and you feel the back of your waist above your hip bones, then that's your lower back, those 5 vertebrae called the lumbar spine. There are no ribs there, just flesh, organs, lots of muscles. Then you can lift your hands up, or just bring them on the side is a little easier, and you start to feel your bottom ribs, middle ribs, upper ribs in the front, shoulder blades on the back. That's the upper part, the bigger part of the back, that's 12 vertebrae. And then you feel your neck. You can feel a big knobby part at the bottom of your neck sticking out. That's the last neck vertebrae, cervical vertebrae, C7, because there's 7 vertebrae. And then you'll feel a big one below it. That's your first thoracic vertebrae. So the 2 sticking out make it obvious where the division is between your neck and your thoracic spine. So there you go. There's a primer on different parts of the spine and feeling them for yourself. Thanks for watching.